Draisaitl. So if I'm an Edmonton Oilers fan, I'd be quite concerned about what exactly the goal is for this season, because, even though it's pretty early on into the season, you can't fall this behind and expect to have a comfortable transition into the postseason. They'll probably be fighting for a wildcard spot if everything goes well for them, but it really hasn't. And at the time of filming this, on the 13th of November, Jay Woodcroft has been relieved of his duties, so that adds even more turmoil to an already fragmented Oilers team. Vancouver's looked great. And obviously no one really expected the Oilers to be this bad. I think this game kind of encapsulated that, where the Oilers were just getting outplayed. Especially last year, you didn't really see them getting blown out like they've been blown out by Vancouver. I don't know if it's the system that they're playing, or if McDavid being injured has really impacted their offense that much. Maybe it's a little bit of both, but anyway. And then the other three games: Bruins and the Stars, Lightning and the Maple Leafs, Blue Jackets and the Panthers. The Panthers have kind of been bouncing back. They were off to a slow start, but Bobrovsky's been playing well. Brendan Montour is coming back soon. I think Aaron Ekblad's supposed to come back soon, so obviously they were banged up from that long playoff run that they did last year, but I think all the pieces are coming back together, and I think it's looking like the Panthers should be able to, make it into the playoffs. Matthew Tkachuk has been, performing as to be expected. Sam Reinhart, Carter Verhaeghe, the team still looks good. I don't know if they'll be able to go as far as they did last year, but the Panthers have really turned it around. The Blue Jackets, I guess. I don't know, Johnny Gaudreau's been playing awful. Patrick Laine was out with a concussion on a hit from Rasmus Anderson, so he's only played, at the time of filming this, I think 6 games. So it's not a big sample size, but Gaudreau's been playing absolutely abysmally, and he actually got benched for the third. I can't remember if it was this game or another game this week, but anyway, the Blue Jackets, they're obviously not going to have a postseason, so I think it's just about developing their players. Fantilli's looked alright, but it's developing that next generation of players for them, I think, is their goal this year. The Leafs have some ups and downs. The scoring hasn't really been a problem for them. It's been, defense. John Klingberg has not been playing well. They've kind of had rotating goalies. I mean, Joseph Woll was great. I think he kind of stole the starting job from Samsonov, but I don't know. He's still a new goalie in the league. We'll see if he can hold on to that starting position. But I guess this is a feel-good victory against the Lightning. Obviously, the history that the Lightning and the Leafs have. The Lightning, in their own right, have been struggling with losing, not arguably, but a huge part of their core in Vasilevsky. I think he's supposed to come back soon, actually. But Kucherov, Braden Point, Steven Stamkos, they've all been playing well. So from a Lightning perspective, I think it's a lot better than a lot of people were fearing, hearing that Vasilevsky was out, hearing that Stamkos was having contract, or lack thereof, discussions with the team. I think these are two interesting. I think they'll both make the playoffs. But the Leafs kind of look, I don't know, Tyler Bertuzzi hasn't looked great. Ryan Reeves, I don't know. You're not really signing Ryan Reeves for his offensive capabilities, but was also scoring at a higher rate last season than this season. But anyway, the Bruins have been great. A lot of their depth pieces have been showing up. Obviously, Pasternak and Marchand have been playing well, but they look good. Allmark and Swayman have been great. I didn't really watch this game. I was watching this game, so I don't really know too much about it. But from what I saw, obviously a close-ish game. The score tells you that, but and I think these would be two teams to watch. They're gonna be. I would, even though the Stars lost, I would give them the edge in a 7-game series against the Bruins. But we'll have to see. Tuesday. As you know by now, I'm a big Penguins fan. So even though there's how many games? 7 games. Oh no, there's way more. 10 games. Oops. It says it right there. Even though there's 10 games, I really focused in on the Penguins and the Ducks. And then I was also watching the bit of the Flames and the Preds. But I just top from bottom. Hurricanes beat the Sabres. Lightning beat the Canadiens. Wild beat the Islanders. The Rangers beat the Wings. The Rangers have looked really good, actually, even though Adam Fox is out for long-term injury. I think he took a nasty knee hit from Sebastian Aho. Debatable whose fault it was, but anyway, the Rangers lost a big piece there, and Eric Stepson has stepped in for Fox, and they still look good. The Rangers as a whole look really great this season, and Shesterkin's even out as well. Panarin's been on a tear. I think he's on a 12 or 13 game point streak. Same with Nylander. Nylander's on a long point streak too. It'll be interesting to see which one of them breaks their point streak first. But yeah, I've been impressed by the Rangers. Red Wings started the year really hot. I think we're kind of seeing a return back to the mean, so to speak. But yeah, I just want to say I've been impressed by the Rangers so far. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Red Wings, like Alex DeBrincat went off for a couple games there. He's kind of slowed down since. Same with Dylan Larkin, Morgan Snyder. I think they're going to be a great team, but I think the start of the season showed the potential that they have, but I don't know if they'll be able to continue, or they've not really going to be able to continue that throughout the entire regular season. We have the Jets beating the Blues, Kraken versus the Coyotes. The Coyotes have been a really interesting team to watch. I think, I underestimated them, but honestly, they're probably playing some of the best hockey I've seen out of a Coyotes team in the past 3-4 years. Their young players look super promising. And in that Pacific Division, it's so competitive, but the Coyotes are showing that they can hang in there. Beating the Kraken, shootout. I've been impressed with the Coyotes. Not so much with the Kraken, but yeah. The Preds game. The Flames have been brutal. The Flames and the Oilers. It's been a bad few games for the Alberta teams. I think the Flames played really well here. They need Huberdeau and Lindholm and Kadri and Rasmus Anderson to start finding their footing, and that just hasn't really happened yet. I don't know, it's disappointing if you're a Calgary Flames fan, because it's the first year of Huberdeau's 10 much you can say about that. It's upsetting if you're a Flames fan. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. Markstrom's looked but we'll have to see. Penguins and the Ducks. Oh my goodness, I was so happy that the Penguins won. The last meeting with the Ducks, they had a 5-on-3, or they were on the power play for like the last 5 minutes of the third period. 5-on-3 for I think minute 30, and they just couldn't get a single shot or pass. I'm forgetting the Ducks' new netminder, but I knew they couldn't get one past him. And then with like 10 seconds left, McTavish comes out of the box and he just gets a Hail Mary pass from his own end, sneaks in behind the Pittsburgh defender, and just gets a breakaway goal with like 5 seconds left after the Penguins had all that momentum. So that was a dagger. I hated that game. I hate the Ducks. They're so good. But they put up a nice goose egg here, which was great to see. Sorry if you're a Ducks fan, but hopefully this is the beginning of a turnaround for the Penguins, and the Ducks were playing great. Maybe too good. I don't know if you're a Ducks fan or a Ducks GM. I don't know if you want to keep winning games. Like, you're a good team, but if you make the playoffs, I don't think you go far. So would you rather like make the playoffs, if you're the GM, make the playoffs and get bounced in the first round, or lose and then get a chance at a top 5 pick next season? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, but I would take a top 5 pick if I was the Ducks over getting bounced in the first round of the playoffs. But yeah, Mason McTavish has looked great. Leo Carlson looks great. I think that they have a young defenseman called, I'm going to butcher his name, Peter Mitrasinkov. I'm not saying that right at all. But they have a lot of great talent there. Seacrest has just been abysmal. I don't know what happened to him. But yeah, I think there's a lot of positives for the Ducks. But if you're the GM, I don't know if you want to keep winning at this pace. We'll see. The Avs beat the Devils. Devils are missing Jack Hughes. He's week to week. I'm not sure when he'll be back, but that's a pretty big blow for the Devils. I think they'll be fine. They have tons of depth scoring. They're also missing Nico Hischier though, so I don't know. The Avs, they're doing Avs things. And if you're a Sharks fan, you got your first win of the season right here, so that's historic. Even though they got outshot by 20, but I didn't really watch this game. I was honestly hoping that the Sharks would lose here, and then they played the Oilers on Thursday. So I was kind of hoping the Oilers would have been their first win of the season, but that didn't happen. Wednesday, a more quiet night of the NHL. Sens beat the Leafs, Panthers beat the Capitals, Kings beat the Knights. I didn't watch any of these games, just the highlights. I guess there's been a lot of issues with the Sens. Obviously a feel-good game for them against a team like the Leafs. I think the Leafs don't have a problem getting the puck in the back of the net. They have a big problem keeping the puck out of the back of their net, if that makes sense. So as soon as they lock down the defensive aspect of their game, I think they'll be fine, but I don't know. The Sens are good, but you shouldn't be giving up 6 goals to them. I don't know. Panthers Capitals OT win. Capitals were off to a tough start. Backstrom, I think, is done for his career, which is, you always hate to see it. But that injury that he had, and then the surgery and the recovery, it's tough to come back from Cavs 2018. Great career, so there's no shame in him retiring, but it's unfortunate because I think a lot of people wanted Backstrom to feed Ovechkin the pass when he finally surpasses Gretzky, which probably won't be until next season or the season after that. Yeah. Anyway, I thought it was a good game for both teams. Panthers managed to edge it out. Kings, Golden Knights. The Kings have been insane. I think they had the highest goals per game for any team in the NHL. Someone might want to fact check me on that, but they've been a steamroller. Obviously an off night for the Knights, who in their own right have been playing fantastic. I think both teams are going to make the playoffs. It'll be interesting to see who will come out on top in a 7-game series. I would still give the edge to the Golden Knights in a 7-game series, but you got, even though the big guns like Kevin Fiala, Andre Kopitar, Philip Deneau, Dubois got a goal, yeah. I don't know, like, you're not seeing the scoring in this game, at least, being dominated by their top guns. They got the depth pieces in Kempe, Trevor Moore, Quinton Byfield. Like, they're getting good production out of their depth pieces here, which you always want to see. You don't want to be a one-line team. But yeah, I don't know. The Kings are looking really good. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do. Thursday. Bruins over the Islanders. Canadians over the Wings. Rangers over the Wild. Senators. Where is it? Here we go. I think this was the game that a lot of people had their eyes on, because the Oilers have just, obviously, as I said before, just have not been playing well. And even though the Sharks got their first win against the Flyers on Tuesday, I was really hoping this would have been their first win. This is going to be such a gut punch if you're an Oilers fan. Oh goodness, they almost came back. They were pushing for it in the third. Like, they had some fight left in them, and they just couldn't get it done. Obviously, you can tell that they outshot the Sharks. But shots don't matter if they don't get past the goalie, right? If you're an Oilers fan, I feel so bad for you. But yeah, this was a great game against the Kings, back and forth game. As a whole, spoiler alert, the Penguins had a great California road trip. Great to see that. I think they're kind of on the upward trend now, after kind of falling flat over the first 5 or so games of the season. What else? The Jets. Another good win for the Jets. I don't know. I said they were kind of a fringe playoff team. I still think that. I'll do another review of all the NHL teams. I think, maybe January-ish or so. Just to revisit all my predictions and stuff. Blues over the Coyotes. Stars over the Blue Jackets. Blackhawks over the Lightning. Was this when Connor Bedard got... He almost got a hat trick. I can't remember if it was this game or not. Dun, dun, dun. just been playing insane. I got him on my fantasy team. That's why I know. What he's been a great pickup. The Canadians are a pesky team. They're not going to be like a guaranteed win. They're going to make you work for it. Actually, I want to say I think they beat the Bruins if I remember correctly. Who got a nice win over the Islanders here. But yeah, the Canadians are a really pesky team this season. They're not going to make the playoffs, but they've been super. Like they're not a pushover team. Let's see. This was a good game. The shootout went for quite a while. Huberdeau and Lindholm both had great chances in the game. Huberdeau got an assist, I think, but Lindholm still does not. He got an assist. Lindholm's kind of gone cold, which sucks. He's on a big contract here. Oh man, I think he was asking for over 9. I don't think he'll get anywhere close to that now. He's just been playing brutal. It was probably the best game I've seen the Flames play, even though they lost. It was against a tough opponent, but yeah. Spoiler alert, their next game sucked. So I don't know, but the Flames look good here. Flyers beat the Ducks. Oh, I love seeing the Ducks lose. I'm sorry if you're a Ducks fan. You guys are just, I don't know. They're so. I've lost my fantasy week to someone that had the Ducks players, which hurt. And then the Ducks beat the Penguins, as I said before, in that really upsetting way. So I don't have a lot of love for the Ducks right now. Golden Knights, the poor Sharks. They sent the Sharks back down to reality with that game. Yep. Did Ovechkin score in this game? No, he didn't. Darn it. I feel like maybe it wasn't this game. It was another game. He got a goal. The Wild got lost. Get the Sabres. As you can tell, I don't watch like every game. It's only a couple games that I really have time to sit down and watch. I don't know if the Wild played really great in this game, but in the end, the final score is what matters. Oh, dang. Kaprizov is good, but he really doesn't have much supporting help. Yeah. Anyway. Saturday. Yeah. Canadians beat the Bruins in OT. Oh, that must feel good for them. Obviously, you guys know the rivalry that the Canadians and the Bruins have. So, that's a nice win for the Canadians. Stars of the Jets. Another close game. Like I'm seeing, like all the games Stars win. It's not like necessarily a blowout, even though the next game you guys will see was a blowout. But there are really close competitive games. Which I mean, obviously it's been against great teams, but it would just be a bit worrying. Like in a 7-game series with the Jets. I don't know. I think it's pretty even. I know a lot of people think the Stars will go deep with the playoffs, and I think they have that potential, but they've looked good, but they haven't looked like levels above other teams where I would feel comfortable saying that they're definitely going to go far in the playoffs. They've just managed to edge out a lot of close decisions, which could have gone either way, so I don't know. Wings and Blue Jackets. Yeah, the Flames just fell flat. I mean, they're on a road trip. Are these back-to-back games? Yeah, they're back-to-back games too. So I don't know, but still, that's disappointing if you're a Flames fan. After they looked so good in Toronto. Hurricanes with Lightning. Canucks against the Leafs. Oh goodness. I mean, there's going to be bumps in the road, right, for the Canucks, but I think they'll be fine. Caps again. Oh, was this the game that Ovi got? Oh, I can't remember if he got 1 or 2 goals. Oh, he got 2. He got an empty netter. Oh. I think any goal, Ovi's going to take it, and he should take it. Yeah. Oh. Great game again by the Penguins. I love it. I think Coyotes, they managed to win games. I don't think they should necessarily be able to win. And if you look at who scores for them, if you're like, I don't know, like these aren't guys that, I don't know how to describe it. Like it's guys that are playing above their ceiling, if that makes sense. I don't know, like Troy Stetcher. I mean, I didn't watch this game, but it's just, I think the Coyotes are playing above where they should be playing, and I think they'll be revert back to the mean. I know I said that phrase before, but I think they'll return back to normalcy soon. Yeah, I don't know. Again, if you're the Coyotes GM, you don't really want to be winning a ton of games. I think you're trying to build for the future, so a high draft pick is probably more valuable than having an okay regular season, either just missing the playoffs or making them and getting bounced in 4. Yeah, got blown out by the Blues. Oilers beat the Kraken. I think this was actually when Jay Woodcroft got fired. I think it was after this game that he got fired for some reason. I don't know. Oh, at least the Oilers managed to win, but Draisaitl and McDavid didn't really do anything. I think Draisaitl got an assist, but McDavid did nothing. Oh, he didn't even get an assist. I guess they changed it. Yeah, like McDavid and Draisaitl have been brutal, and they're usually the drivers on this team, so it's really concerning. Flyers beat the Kings. Oh yeah, and then Sunday, obviously the Stars blew out the Wild. You know, right after I said the Stars are winning like narrow victories, this is probably the first game that I can think of in recency that the Stars absolutely blew out their opponent. I mean, to be fair, it's the Wild. The Wild have been great, but yeah. Panthers again managed to beat the Blackhawks. Back and forth game. Hawks are another pesky team, but as I said, if you're the GM, I think this is the type of game you want where it's competitive. And the honest product is still something you want to pay to watch. But you just narrowly lose, and getting a high draft pick becomes that more probable. Canucks continued their streak against the Canadiens. Blue Jackets. Rangers went to a shootout. Liney's back now, which is nice to see. Actually, I think he was back on. I think he got a goal here, if I remember correctly. No. Oh, anyway, he got a goal when he came back, but yeah, the Ducks beat the Sharks. The poor Sharks. But yeah, sorry, I know it's not really super in depth. I just like going through discussing the games, any interesting tidbits. I'll have to edit out that loud noise that occurred like halfway through the video. So I'll have to figure that out. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what else you want to see in the comments below. I really appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to click my video, to watch it. Maybe click that like